The Princess Diaries is about Princess Diana conspiracy theories and Western intelligence agencies doing coups in Europe in the 60s and 70s. Think of Anne Hathaway as kind of like a Manchurian candidate raised by an intelligence operative mother, who's kind of like a Valentine operative against the royal family of Genovia, so that they can install a pro-Western American as a key monarch in Europe. So this definitely doesn't happen anymore, but certain intelligence agencies once upon a time liked doing regime change and coups in certain countries. This is all like on Wikipedia fact, and notably it happened in Greece and was talked about in the movie Charlie Wilson's War.
I was posted in Greece for 15. Papandreou wins that election if I don't help the junta take him prisoner. I've advised and armed the Hellenic army. I've neutralized champions of communism. I've spent the past 3 years learning Finnish.
Philip Seymour Hoffman there is talking about a real coup in Greece. That's all true and relatively well known. But what you might not know is that they were also involved in pushing modern art. Why? Well, there were many different reasons, but one was because modern art was seen as individualized and representative of Western-style freedom of personal expression, and the Soviets were trying to push art that explored class dynamics and was more class-conscious. But also, art circles are where a lot of radical politics and organizing happened, so they wanted to keep an eye on it. They did this through the organization, the Congress for Cultural Freedom, which, quote, aimed to enlist intellectuals and opinion makers in a war of ideas against communism. The origins and funding of the organization wasn't revealed until 1966, but one front of the war was modern art, guys like Jackson Pollock. So, what type of art does Hathaway's mom do? Well...
So, this is considered art.
My parents did this in the 60s.
Yeah, grandparents doing modern art in the 60s, in a movie about a grandparent showing up and choosing a life path for a granddaughter. The mom in this movie has like one plot line too, and it's seducing someone for a mission. Hathaway has her go talk to her teacher, and she ends up going out on a date with him to try and fix stuff for Hathaway.
Hey, I'll go talk to your debate teacher. What's his name?
Mr. O'Connell.
And straighten it all out.
More darkly, I think the filmmaker strongly hinted all this in the car-related stuff in the movie. So the way Hathaway's royal prince dad dies is strongly implied to be a car crash, which is a strange choice given that this movie was released 4 years after Princess Diana's death, also of course in a car crash. Good thing there's zero conspiracies about that. And like when I first watched this, I was kind of memeing thinking about it, but then I started going insane as I watched it. In addition to the manner of death, Hathaway's bodyguard and chauffeur is the head of an internal security service.
Well, perhaps she needs more time.
Will you help me?
I'm the head of your security, and you want me to be a chauffeur and a babysitter.
For the time being, yes. The child needs protection.
Which some people also allege about Diana's driver. Which, like, it's okay, security services aren't necessarily part of intelligence, but why is there a throwaway scene included that has no connection to anything between Hathaway's neighbor where he basically says that the driver is a spy, i.e. part of intelligence?
I'm a writer. I wrote a character just like you once. He was a spy.
I'm not a spy.
That's what the character said.
Then there's this line where Hathaway asks the queen if she raises limousines.
You have 2 limousines?
One is yours.
Do you raise limousines too?
No.
Like what? Is she meaning racing? Or are they alleging some type of royal involvement in this also, like they have control over the car? Which is made even weirder, again, by the neighbor acting like a paparazzi or member of the press, saying that, quote, the elegant European woman didn't stay for tea, but the promise of tomorrow hung in the air.
The elegant European woman didn't stay for tea,
Thanks.
but the promise of tomorrow hung in the air.
Notably, on Diana's death, they got into private cars after being unable to eat at the hotel restaurant due to paparazzi and press. Diana, being British, couldn't stay for tea. Cars are a big thing in the movie, and I also don't get why they have Hathaway and Julie Andrews driving around and getting into an accident, when Hathaway's dad, and therefore Julie Andrews' son, died in an accident in the movie only months prior.
Philippe was ready to be king. Then the terrible accident.
And also, Hathaway's choice in this movie for a car is a blue convertible, which I'm not even going to touch on for my own sanity, but that's a strange choice for a person of great importance in America. And then they drive around and crash into a trolley, and a bag with an American flag pops onto it in the crash? Like, what does that mean? Why does Hathaway call her limo, again driven by her country's head of security, a hearse?
Can you please park a block away from school? I really don't want to cause a riot with this hearse.
And why does he threateningly reply back, if this were a hearse, there would be silence in the back seat?
This is a non-riot hearse. And if it were a hearse, there would be silence in the back seat.
Why are the people that report the accident a couple of nuns when Diana also had 2 important nuns in her life? She's buried with a rosary from Mother Teresa, who died 6 days after Diana and was also friends with an Irish nun named Sister Teresa. Why does Hathaway's character have a friend named Teresa? Why, to get out of the accident, does Julie Andrews invent a fake Order of the Rose, which is also the name of France's first ever occult secret society, which is where Diana died and where the modern art stuff was headquartered in Europe? Hathaway at one point decides to reject being a princess, so her friend says, great, that frees you up to come on my cable show on Sunday night.
Now that you're out, would you come on my cable show on Saturday night? Yeah, sure.
Guess who else recorded an interview during a weekend after rejecting royalty? Why does Hathaway's teacher give a pop quiz about the French Revolution, arguably the most notable execution of a royal ever? Why does it smash cut to Hathaway after he says it?
Pop quiz. French Revolution.
Why does Hathaway go to the Grove School, which is fictional, as in the Bohemian Grove, as in the secret society based in San Francisco where the movie is set?
This is a control issue. Grove controls our minds with what they teach us, but you know what? They're not satisfied with that.
Why is the locket on Mia's father's diary like have an upside down version of the Freemasons logo on it? Why is there a mysterious pizza that gets delivered from a pizza place with a triangle logo that contains a secret message? Is the ending song sending messages to me personally? I know you're searching for answers, afraid that you'll be left behind, but you can't rush time. Gotta wait in line. In time, the answers you'll find. You'll get your wings at the right time. Even birds must learn how to fly. You gotta move on from what's breaking your heart. Don't let life pass you by. Or maybe it's just a whimsical movie about a princess. I can't decide.